Hello and welcome back to On The Rocks, and welcome back to what is going to be the final transfer special ever here for the Aberdeen side, because of course we are entering our final season at the club. Today could be the most expensive transfer special we've ever had. We have currently in our bank account £123 million to spend on players, and this is going to be fun. So if you are looking forward to today's episode, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and of course leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Now, if you are very keen-eyed, you will notice that down here it does say we are promising to sell Jordan Ford and Tam Lumper. We're not. It's just something to keep them happy for the time being. We've promised to sell Jordan Ford if he gets a bid of £90 million, which won't happen. And I'll be honest with you, I can't remember what the sale price was for Tam Lumper. It didn't even say there, but we're not going to sell Tam Lumper, so don't worry. So obviously, you will ask here for the win in the Club World Championships. Trophy 1 of 6 that we are trying to win this season to get the sextuple and round off this season brilliantly. So in order to give ourselves the best possible chance of doing that, we need to sign some players today. And I think I have identified a couple of gaps in the team. This is the team that is our best team, essentially, what's on the screen right now. You can see that looking at the stars, they are all incredible. But if we look on the bench, there are 2 gaps at sub-7 and sub-8. Sub-7 is the sub-Mazzala, essentially, and sub-8 is the sub-left winger. So we do need to sign a centre mid and a left winger here today. I doubt we're going to find anyone better than Bryce Delaney. Bryce Delaney on the left wing is absolutely phenomenal. A really good, talented young player. Just someone to sort of fit in behind him to play when he's injured or tired would be fine. I don't think we'll find anyone better than Jordan Ford in that Mazzala spot either, but we might find a deep line playmaker who is slightly better than Tam Lumper. Now, it might not mean that Tam Lumper, is going to miss out on games. We love Tam Lumper. He's been here since, I think, season 2, virtually. I think he joined, season 2 when he came through the youth intake. Had a 1 loan spell at Dundee United for a season, did pretty well, and ever since then has been an integral part of our side. So it would be unfair to drop him right now, but I think we could do with probably finding a better deep line playmaker. Obviously, Brian Medina is also a deep line playmaker as well, but he can also play in that Mazzala role quite well. So either role, Mazzala or deep line playmaker, I'm sure it'll work brilliantly. But if we do get someone in to sort of replace Tam Lumper, the only position that wouldn't be 4-star or above is left back, so maybe we could do with a new left back as well. But for the one final season that we have here, I kind of want to bring him. I've always wanted to bring him back. I always have, and someone in the comment section put it perfectly last episode, saying, "Do it for the vibes." So we need to have a quick look for Caio Henrique. Currently at Leeds, he is requesting to leave the club. He's listed for 64 million though. The annoying thing is I don't think we're going to be able to. I mean, I don't want to spend all 64 million on him. If we can bring it down to like 20, yeah, that would be great. Can we just suggest 20? They just come back and say 61 and all sorts of stuff like that. Okay, I think if we have money left at the end, we come back for Caio Henrique. So let's start by looking for a left winger, and we don't necessarily need to spend a lot of money on a left winger because we don't need the greatest left winger in the world. We just need someone to sit in there, mainly for league games. And we seem to have quite a gulf in quality in our scout reports. Obviously, we don't really scout left wingers much because we don't need to. But obviously, maybe we should have done with a bit of hindsight. Who's got great potential, potentially, that we could look to pick up? This guy here at... I think we tried to sign this guy, didn't we? A couple seasons ago. We did, from Colo Colo. And he went to Napoli instead because he's an idiot. Would he be happy to sign for us now? Because he would fit the bill perfectly. Reports, does he want to leave the club? He's interested in a loan, no interest in a transfer. This scout report, though, was done very recently. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was done a year ago. That was done a year ago. So surely he would be interested right now. How much do they want for? And if we just put like 15 on the table, right? Suggest 27. That's reasonable. That's reasonable, but they do have that percentage of profit from next sale in there, which I don't like. I think, okay, we come back in for this guy. The reason I don't want to spend too much on a left winger is because I want to spend a lot on a centre midfielder. I think we can really spend a lot of money here. and potentially we're going to need to. You can see these minimum fee release clauses are absolutely ridiculous. The max axing prices are absolutely ridiculous as well. But there is a guy here playing for Leipzig, Kasim Dembele. It said something like 75 million max asking price. I do quite like the look of him. Let's compare him with Jordan 4. If we can find Jordan 4, Jordan 4, there it is. Jordan 4 is just hands down so much better. Okay, so maybe Kasim Dembele, not the one to go for. I mean, there's this guy here, David Ramazina, who looks pretty good from Bayern Munich. He's a deep line playmaker. Again, though, what we'll do is compare him with our best midfielder, who is Jordan 4. And this one's a lot closer. Jordan 4 slightly better defensively. But in terms of attacking play, this guy is so much better. How much do they want for him? Well, he's got no transfer interest. And they don't want to sell him. So I'm going to suggest that 134 million. Okay. We could make this work. If we put 50 down now. And we might have to do some clever never never stuff here. Installments. Let's do 3 installments of 50. That's 100. And then, I don't know. After that, after 50 league goals, we'll give you another 40. So that's 140 million. Do they like that? They don't like that. They want more money. They want £3 million to winning the Champions League and 20 million after 50 league appearances, which is fine because he won't make 50 league appearances for us because we're finishing before we play 50 league games, aren't we? So let's accept those demands. Can we bring in that guy? I mean, he's on £325,000 a week. This could be an issue with wages. Like, I'd like to bring this guy in from Barcelona, but he's literally on £500,000 a week. We can't afford that. If we just compare him with Aberdeen Jordan 4, he is actually not as good as Jordan 4. How is he on £500,000 a week? No wonder all our players want to leave when they know that players who are not as good as them are on £500,000 a week elsewhere. Obviously, the dream would be Baptiste Bond. We nearly signed this guy. We nearly signed him for 41 million. But Barca got him instead when we decided to sign like 6 players rather than the one guy in Baptiste. And it's not backfired because we've won Champions Leagues and loads of trophies. But this guy is absolutely incredible. And he's interested in joining us for 123 million. On a very moderate way. I mean, this was a year ago, according to the scout report. But what do Barca want? 118. Okay, this is better than the other guy. But again, percentage of profit from next sale is pretty. Let's cancel it. We'll come back in for him. Actually, what am I saying? What? I can't believe this. I'm still thinking as if we've got like 10 years left to go in this save. We could have in percentage of profit from next sale because we're not going to sell him because we're going to finish the series. So actually, there's no point in me trying to negotiate my way out of those clauses. Anyway, they've accepted £100 million from the Bayern Munich guy, but he's going to have an expensive contract. I don't want this guy now. Yeah, we can't afford his contract anyway. Nowhere near it. Nowhere. We're not going anywhere near that. He wants 300 grand a week. We can offer 175 at most, and we're not going to get anywhere with this guy. Okay, close that down. Back to the transfers. Baptiste Bont. Right, transfer, make an offer, suggest it again. So that 40% is fine. They want 118 plus 40 million plus 3. Well, can we bring this down to, let's call it 50 now. Okay, this is slightly never never stuff, right? But 50 installments, 3 of them, 50, 100 million, 114. Will they accept that? Yes. Well, that was simple enough. And then we also wanted that left winger, didn't we? That left winger from Napoli. Wasn't you though? It was you. Right now, we could do with just someone being incredible right now. And we've got the money to do it, actually, I suppose. Maybe not in wages, though, because I'm looking at these great players here. Their wages are astronomical. So maybe actually, in the interest of balance, it might be better to get this guy on a slightly cheaper contract. He'd still be one of the best left wingers in our league, and he will play league games as opposed to Champions League stuff more than not. So, What did they want again? They wanted 30... I think this is more than what they wanted before. I think this has gone up. Let's bring us down to like 25. You can have 2.5 million after 10 international games, though. And then you can have a Champions League bonus of 2.5 instead. And then 40% in the future. Okay, deal, sorted. So we're only going to lose 75 million of this 123 budget that we've got right now, which is not bad. And interestingly, it's still the 3rd of July. The 3rd of July, it's still the day we just beat Milan. We are straight in with these. So, annoyingly, the Baptiste Bonk guy is going to want a huge wage now. The old scout report from a year ago may have been slightly wrong on his wage... Very wrong on his wage demands. Okay. We might have to move some of this transfer budget into the wage bill. Can we do that, please? Take 13 million of it, put it into the wage. And that gives us 225 to play with for this guy. I'll be honest, I don't know if he's going to like this or not. He's not. He's not going to like this. Baptiste, come on. It's all we can offer you. Unless we put more into it. We can do 275 now. It's for one season. And he will be worth it. He will be worth it. Compare this guy, Aberdeen. Compare him with... Where is he? Where is he? What's his name? Jordan 4. There. I'd say he's probably better than Jordan 4. So for one season... And it's a guy we wanted a long time ago. It'd be nice poetry to bring him actually finally to the club. Let's do it. Let's do it. Whereas this guy, easy. A nice little small contract for this guy. He's happy with this. Although we've got to give him the contract demands. Give him what he wants. It's fine. I quite like that, actually. I quite like that. We've got those guys in. Well, hopefully getting those guys in. And they're players that we wanted in the past, that we tried to get in the past and we failed to get. But now, for the final season, they're here. In the meantime, Real Madrid are making a £75 million bid for Jordan 4. Luckily, we can reject this without him getting crossed because he said, sell me for 90 million. So it's okay, we can reject that. Also, Jens Neve wins the Club World Championship best player with his 3 goals in 4 games and 8 assists. Just the 8 assists in those 4 games. Amazing. Bryce Delaney in 2nd place. Some Barcelona player wins top scorer, though, with his 6 goals. That's a bit annoying. And we basically wipe up team of the tournament. Interestingly, once again, Jan Cavalcanti never, ever, ever in these dream teams because they never include attacking midfielders for whatever reason. I'll be honest, this transfer special could be pretty quick. We got the 2 players that we wanted immediately. It's going quite well. Arsenal want Fabrice de Klerk, you can't have him. And Man City now in for Jordan for only 58 million. Child's money. What are you talking about, City? There is one player, actually, that we do need to try and get rid of, and that is Sandri. No one makes bids for him. Transfer, offer to clubs. Just anything. Let's just make it unspecified. Transfer list him. I think we just get him out at whatever the cost now. And even then, literally no one wants Sandri. Apparently his wages are the issue. How much is he on? It's only 25 grand a week. It's not that much for a very, very good player. I also quite like how my assistant manager has scheduled friendlies away in France because the Club World Championships was held in France. And so we've just stayed in France for another few weeks to enjoy the French style of life and also play a few friendlies. Interestingly, Real Madrid have thought, well, if they're going to reject £75 million for Jordan 4, I'll tell you what they will accept, 65. Don't know who's in charge of the marketing and deals there, but that is not how it works. And a week after the contract was sent over, a work permit has been signed. Our young winger Maurizio Nunes is set to sign for us from Napoli for £25 million. Accept that, you love to see it. Welcome in Nunes. And here he is, looking very good. Send on a language course. Cavalcanti, welcome him to the club, please. And here he is. Look at him. Look at him. Very fast. Crossing and dribbling can... Of course, we're not going to see much improvement because he's only here for one season while we finish all this stuff off. But he will be phenomenal in the league for us this season. Although I am getting a little concerned. That did say it was going to take £28 million away from our budget of £105 million. Obviously, we're paying £100 million for matey boy Baptiste Bonts. But it's only 50 now. and then 50 down the line. I'm hoping they're only going to take that 50 away from us. Otherwise, if they want 100 right now, well, that's an issue. Although nothing's come back for him yet, so I'm a little concerned that he could be rejecting us. I thought he'd come back first. The fact it's the 12th now, well over a week, and nothing's happened. As Juventus make terrible bids for Jordan 4 that I forgot to reject a second ago. Is he coming? Oh, what happens now if they want 100 million and we don't have it? Because we moved all of the transfer budget into wages to afford him. We then have to go and start selling players. And I'll be honest, I don't want to sell players. I want to keep players at the club because I quite like our players. I mean, we already have the best team in the world, in my opinion. You've seen how dominant we were in the Champions League final and the Club World Championships final. We're just adding more talent to it to make it better. So maybe we could afford to offload someone if we have to, but I'd rather not. Particularly when we are going to be fighting on 5 more fronts this season for trophies. We've won 1. We've got the one-off game against Liverpool coming up soon. We need those players. We need basically Baptiste Bont to fit into the team brilliantly. If he does sign for us, and by looks of things he will do, Madrid offers £71 million for Jordan 4. Hang on, let's not reject that first. Only £66 million is going to be taken away. Okay, brilliant. That's absolutely fine. We can afford Baptiste Bont. Panic over. He's joining the club. You love to see it. Granted his work permit, and we can reject some of these bids. To be fair, 50 million for Ishmael is a decent bid. The thing is, he's probably one of the best left backs in the world, and we need him as our backup. So no, we won't be selling any of these guys right now. Not even Jan Cavalcanti for 37 million. What a stupid offer that is. And now, of course, Jan Cavalcanti has crossed that he can't go to City. Well, I'll tell you what, the finances were not right on the deal. And you can go for 106 million. No, he says, how about 77? No, he says, how about 76? No, he says, it's fine. We'll be in a stalemate with you all season. We do it every year with you. We do it every year, Jan, and you always come back to us and say, can I have a new contract, please? But we're not going to talk about him. We're not going to talk about him. We're talking about Baptiste Bont. Send on intensive language course. Varela, welcome him to the club, please. Look at him. The Belgian magician. So good. Actually, do we now have more Belgians than Brazilians at the club? Look how good this guy is. Do we have more Belgians than Brazilians? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 Belgians, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Brazilians. It's fine. It's fine. Normality is there still. Actually, it's pretty decent. We've got 4 Argentinians, 4 Belgians, 6 Brazilians, 4 Scots, and then it's just a little collection of players from other countries. Interesting. And it's not like the Scottish players are all bad. It's Tam McLumper, it's Aaron Fielding, it's Thad McRae, it's Jim McBang. Okay, Jim McBandle is bad, but he's always stuck around the club and been very useful to have here for various different situations. I'm a big fan of Jim McBangled. But this now gives us £11 million to play with in the budget, which is, well, obviously not a lot. Although saying that, looks like we can put a ton of money from the wage budget into transfers. So let's up it to like £15 million transfer budget. Who is transfer listed, right? Let's see who's transfer listed and see who we could maybe get in on the... I'll be honest with you, there's not a lot on the transfer list. If we had the money, it would be great to bring back Caio Henrique and then, of course, bring in another Scotsman in Jordan Ross. If we could, this would be incredible. He's transfer listed for £50 million there, Jordan Ross. Caio Henrique, 64. I'd love to make it work. We just don't have the money for it. Caio, transfer, make an offer. Can we do 15 now and then add 50 down the line? I don't think they'll say yes to this. No, they won't. They want the... All we can offer you is 15 now. That's all we can offer. And then 50 down the line. That's all we can do. And they just reject it. How about after that, we'll give you percentage of profit from next sale, 50%, make the offer. What about Jordan Ross? Because another striker wouldn't be too bad, and a Scottish guy would be great to bring in as well. Can we do, they want 50 million. Again, we'll just see if we can get him for 15 and then add instalments up to 40 million just to try and entice them in a little bit. They say no to that. Why? Or maybe I change it to 1 instalment. Rather than 3 instalments, just the 1 instalment the next season maybe. So yeah, maybe if I change it to 1 instalment of £50 million next season, suggest. That worked. The prodigal son is returning home. We're getting him back. God, I'm glad I'm not the manager next season. Okay, he wants to discuss terms with us, which is fantastic. Now, the issue could actually be here a signing on fee. The signing on fee could be an issue here because that's going to be a lot of money, right? And that's going to, that could be an issue. Let's suggest that though. Just kind of give him what he wants and he's happy with that. Okay, that's fine. Caio Henrique is happy with that. It'd be good to have him back. Have we got any clauses we can sell? Transfer clauses. Cameron Morrison is only going to get £215,000 or £250,000. Okay, there's no clauses there, really. I mean, we'll sell it, get the cash in right now, right? But I mean, what's Procheski? Can we just sell something from Procheski? No. Because we're paying 15 million, but he's got a £5 million signing on fee. Can we cleverly change the wage structure now? Make budget adjustments? No. We can't do anything with it. Anyone in the reserve team that we just don't really care about who's valued quite highly? Ryan Kindness. Who's actually not a bad player, to be fair. But if we can get £5 million for him, this could be it, you know. Let's offer him out 5 million. Just see if this guy's going to get us Caio Henrique, basically. Do we need Caio? No. But do we want him? Of course we do. I've wanted him ever since I sold him. Although I didn't sell him, it wasn't through choice, it was through release fee clauses that he insisted on having in his contract. We couldn't ever get rid of it. And clubs did bid £5 million for him. Oh, but it's Hibs. Hibs want him. I'd quite like him to go to Hibs, if I'm honest with you. I'd rather he goes there than Stoke. Keep him in Scotland. I'll reject the one from Stoke. Can we just bump this up to 4.5? Let's 4.3. Okay, they say yes to that. I'd rather him go to Hibs. Also, I've no idea what's gone on here. Cavalcanti, Juventus want him for 20 million. 20 million. What world are you living in? But we still need to make more money. Neil Crawford, no idea who this guy is. He's average at best. Transfer offered to clubs. He's valued at 1.6 million. If we can just get 1.6 million for him, that would be great. Oh, no one wants him though. No, why doesn't... Right, not 1.6. Clubs want him, right? On loan. Offer to clubs. Just the 1 million. Just 1 million then. Oh, now Real Madrid have made that £90 million bid for Jordan 4. He's accepting it to be promised. To be accepted as promised. I think what we need to do is try and price Madrid out of the move now. Lock in 164. Suggest... Well, I mean, they've just said yes. They. I mean, okay. Let's just have a quick look. What other centre mids can we potentially get with 150 odd million pounds? Because we'll need someone if Jordan 4 goes for that sort of money. Not transfer listed midfielders though, because obviously there's none. No one wants to lose their best midfielders, right? This guy at Man City, Brazilian, so he fits the bill quite nicely for us. More of an attacking midfielder, but can play in there. Compare him with, if we find him, Jordan 4. Very different style of player. I don't really want to lose Jordan 4, to be fair, but 164 million is mental. How much can we get this guy for? Probably, he's going to be expensive, whatever the case, right? Transfer, make an offer. How much do they want? 141 million. So we can make a bid of... We're going to have to put money into the wages to get this guy in. 50. 3 instalments of another 50. And then what we'll also say is after 50 league goals, have another 50. And then percentage of profit from next sale, 50. Suggest. And they still want more. After 50 league appearances, they want, let's put this up to 60 then. Remove, you can have the Champions League bonus. They accept that. Okay. So this, is he actually, I'll be honest, I don't really want to lose Jordan 4, but 164 million. We don't need it, do we? We don't need it. Tom, we don't need it. How much should Matthew Bottles go for in Hot to the Top? Did we sell him for over 100? I think we sold him for about 200 million. Or was it 180? I can't remember. This won't be the most expensive transfer I've ever sold a player for, I don't think. I mean, I'd rather bring this guy in, but his wage demands are just through the roof. We're never ever going to be able to afford this guy. No, I've got to think now. I've got to think. Because we're not doing this in the future. We don't need the money. So I've got to think in my head. I don't think we're going to find anyone as good as Jordan 4. I know a lot of you guys said, you know, when we signed him for 85 million, we've overspent. Even I said we've overspent on him there. But the fact we're about to make double on him if we sell him, and the fact that, I'll be honest, I don't think there's just no one out there. I mean, this guy's on 500,000 and Jordan 4 is so much better. We can always cancel it down the line, can't we? I think. No, I can't. I can't do it. Reject. He's going to get cross with me. Obviously, he's going to get very cross with me. And in the meantime as well, let's just reject these other ones for various different people. On the inside, let's cancel this one for Ravanelli. I can't even say his name properly, so let's cancel that. The team are going to get cross with me here. God, that was stressful. And of course, he's not happy. Can I just not talk to him? Yes, I can just not talk to him. It's not the best way to do management. No, if we had like 5 seasons still to go, that's a no-brainer. You sell him for that sort of money. But this is our last season. As the clerk's injured, that's not quite so good. But this is our last season, right? Our last season. And we have to win everything. And I think Jordan 4 gives us the best chance of doing that out of anyone else. He's already in the team. He knows the team. He's maybe not now, but is settled in the team. Bringing someone else in alongside a brand new partner. So basically, it would be 2 new centre mids. I think that would hamper us massively when it came to, I don't know, Champions League stuff. Saying that, you know, him and the guy from Man City, Baptiste Bont and the guy from Man City, they would have been, you know, absolutely world class. And they would have been fine to play with each other, I'm sure. But luckily, despite everything, it looks like Caio Henrique will be signing for us despite us not selling anyone else. So panic over. He's returning to us. The prodigal son has returned. You love to see it as clubs are making just stupidly low bids for Jan Cavalcanti. This makes me angry. But here he is. He's back. He's home. He's back home with us. Caio Henrique, welcome back to the club. Unfortunately, we can't give you an old number anymore. Everyone else's take. You can be number 44 as opposed to 4. Have that. But here he is. He is returned. The 6'5", absolute machine. The guy who really helped propel us to stardom in the early days. Wow. I'm so happy he's back. And with that, we have spent all our money. I mean, we could have had more money to spend, but I stand by my decision. And I hope you guys agree with me. So I'm sure I'll look at the comment section later on and see loads of people disagreeing with me, because that's usually the way it goes. But it's what we had to do. It's what we had to do, and we've spent £190 million, technically speaking. That's a lot of money. We actually brought in 45 million. It just seems to be that if we go back to last season, right at the end, Alavio counts as last season as opposed to this season for whatever reason. But I am very, very happy with those transfers. If we don't win all 6 trophies this season, I don't know when we're ever going to win 6 trophies. Never. So I will see you for tomorrow's episode as we take on Liverpool in the European Super Cup. That is trophy number 2 this season that we need to be winning. So fingers crossed we get the results we need and get trophy number 2 in our trophy cabinet. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And of course, if you have done, make sure you do drop a like on today's video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, have a good one. Goodbye.